And it's just the kindest spirit that I know. Just an amazing man, and who's also a performance artist.
Yes, a great one.
Right.
Puttanesca.
Putanesca is an amazing performance artist in our drag community, and I'm always amazed at what he does.
I know, he's so different on stage than when you're just casually around him. I mean,
It's
he's electric when he performs, and then although he's always creative. I mean, that photography thing. I mean, you walk into his apartment,
right.
and all of a sudden, it's being like in Warhol's.
Absolutely.
It's a different world because he
Right.
brings out things that are just ordinary, everyday things, and he uses them in a way that transforms everything.
Yeah.
But he also brings out the beauty in every single person.
I have to tell you my campaign photo was a brilliant,
What was
brilliant.
that?
But he did it, and we were on. He had me, he had me lying on the floor.
Oh wow! I
just
think I saw that.
you
Yes, I
know,
did.
and it was just amazing, just amazing.
Well,
So
speaking of that, let's take a look at some of these pictures, and you can tell me what they are.
you get it.
Uh huh.
This was
You can go ahead. And tell
this
me.
was this was our first shoot with Jose,
Oh, okay.
and it was amazing. And as you can see, he worked magic with me. Now this, right before Valentine's Day, right before our campaign started, I told him, I said, I'm going to need to do some Valentine's events, and just brilliant. He said, you know, he had me laying on the floor with roses just draping around me, and it was amazing.
That's
Amazing.
that's great. Yeah, so, and I know did he do the ones that I have of you too,
Yes,
Frankie?
absolutely. And
Yeah.
I'll tell you, when you say he brings things out, that's the one thing that struck me about him was that he would think of something and he'd run off to a different room, come back and have this prop for you,
I know.
and you'd be like, okay, is this gonna work? And then once you see the picture, it's like genius, because he just finds that sort of whatever that is inside of you, and he just kind of pulls it out, and it's amazing.
It
He
really
just-
is. It's like a creative volcano that just takes things that are just so ordinary and makes them into the extraordinary. And
Absolutely.
they adorn the, 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 the guy or gal who gets to be photographed by him.
Absolutely.
And then it's just all of a sudden it's like surreal. It's so beautiful.
But it's magic. I really think he has such a gift. He's able to bring something out in the person that most people don't realize. And then and his whole thing is trust me.
I
know?
know, yes.
It's just
and
he's,
you do
you know
it,
the
you
first
know.
the first thing when I met him prior to having any photos done, he said, you just have to trust me in this process. He says, because I will take care of you as long as you just trust me.
Yeah.
He says, you'll do what I tell you to do, when I tell you to do it. And there were a few times that he would say, okay, hold that pose. And he'd step away for a second. He'd say, oh, I need to go get something. And I'd come back and he'd say, you moved.
Yeah, I know. I know.
Yeah.
He did that.
But he's just an amazing man, and our community is so lucky to have
Oh
him.
my gosh, yes.
I just think it's
He,
I want more people to know about this man, because he's
Me
an
too.
amazing
Me
an
too.
amazing photographer.
Well, he's got that book, Glam Gender, with Marielle.
Yes.
But Glam Gender, I know you can buy at Books Incorporated,
Yeah, right.
and there's a few other places, but you can always look for Glam Gender on Facebook. They probably have a website and all that, but Facebook, Glam Gender, well worth. I mean, it's one of the best coffee table books I've ever seen.
Well, it's a book that highlights, the diversity of our drag community here in
which
San
is
Francisco, which is
It's beautiful.
it is. And,
Our community is incredible.
And part of the court's part of the process, but our city has a drag community that is unlike any other city around the world,
I think so too.
because any night you can
Yes.
find some sort of drag presentation going on, and it might be going on in 3 different places.
Absolutely, and it's probably more than that.
No,
But I mean, a minimum of 3, I'm sure.
yes.
But we're talking performance art. We're talking amazing things,
Yes.
and We have Tranny Shack, we have Peaches Christ, we have Precious Moments. I could go on and on and on.
Right.
Cookie Dough. Marlena's has shows
You know,
all the time, right?
all the time. And then, down in the Tenderloin, one of the mainstays at
Charlie's.
Aunt Charlie's, they've been there forever, and they have shows there on Wednesday and I want to say on Sunday nights, Saturday and Sunday nights, that have been going on forever. There's Chemo's on Polk Street.
Yeah.
On the Stud South of Market. The list goes on and on.
Gina was on the show some time ago, and she's a good friend of Jose's
Right.
too. They're neighbors. We're, believe it or not, almost out of time. I can't believe how fast it goes. But
It's been amazing.
it's fantastic to have you as our guest. And
Thank you so much.
we're supporters, and I want to extend to you right now the invitation to attend Shanti's annual benefit in October. Donna Sachet will be kind of our ambassadoress.
Well, then
And,
I'm sure if she's your ambassador, we will be made aware of
you
all the
will.
details.
Bang, bang, bang. You've got to meet her.
And
But
making
the
us
dinner's
feel-
very good.
Well,
Thank you so much. Good night from the Drag Show.
thank you.